Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexi The Leo, and today we are doing another pick a card, and this is one that I've been so excited to do. This is messages from Aphrodite. Now, I've wanted to do this for a while. I've been working with Aphrodite for like a little over a year, maybe like a year and a half, and I always wanted to incorporate her into one of my readings, but I'm one of those people, like, I like to wait for the right time, and I just never felt like it was the right time to do it. And then Valentine's Day came and this idea just popped into my head, and I just feel like it's the perfect time to share messages channeled from the goddess that is Aphrodite. So if you don't know who Aphrodite is, she is the Greek goddess of love and beauty, and you can call on Aphrodite at any time to help you with self-love, romance and beauty. And I always call on her whenever I'm doing any spell work or any manifestations in regards to self-love, beauty and romance. And I like to leave her like little offerings. So if you are interested in working with Aphrodite, she likes offerings like apple slices, strawberries, rose quartz, pink Himalayan salt, honey, things like that. I like to leave little offerings and just little gifts like that. And I like to call on her a lot whenever I'm feeling kind of low, or if I need, to feel that soothing self-love. And I really wanted to share messages from her because she can obviously teach us a lot about love and romance. And obviously this week I wanted to make a lot of my videos in regards to self-love and beauty and romance. So who better to call on than Aphrodite for this one? So I basically asked Aphrodite to kind of draw me to whatever cards I needed to use. So I actually have a bunch of cards. I don't normally use this many oracles in my readings, but this is probably, it seems, going to be quite a bit of a long reading. It probably is going to be one, but that's just that. And I was also asked to use 3 different like shells that I'd collected for this reading for you guys to choose from. So for pile number 1, we have this beautiful shell. Pile number 2, I don't know what these are called, so comment down below if you know what they're called. But pile number 2, it's this little shell. I don't know what it's called, I'm sorry guys. And pile number 3, we also have another shell here. So do what you need to do. See which shell you were drawn to. The timestamps are going to be in the timestamps are going to be in the description box and in the comment section below. So take a deep breath, see which pile you were drawn to, and I will see you guys at your timestamp. Hey pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So we are going to be looking at what messages Aphrodite has for you today. I've kind of let this kind of be open, so this can be about anything, and I'm just channeling any messages that she has for you in any area, basically whatever she feels like you need to hear. She is going to be helping us with today. So Aphrodite, can you tap me into the higher selves of pile number 1? What messages does pile number 1 need to hear right now? Straight away, she's saying something about confidence. I keep hearing the word confidence. We have the Tower card come out here. I'll pop the Tower up here, actually. We have the Tower card come out. I do feel like you've been going through a lot of shifts over the past, she's showing me like 6 months. So I don't know whether she's taking me to like June, or whether she's saying that it's the past 6 months you've been going through a lot of shifts. But there's this energy about confidence, like you haven't been feeling as confident as you once were. It almost feels like that's how she's making me feel. What I'm actually hearing is you guys are quite like connected to the divine, or you're quite connected spiritually, and I'm hearing you guys work through your heart. But there's this energy about you. I don't know whether you guys are like Cancer risings or Cancer moons, or have a lot of Cancer in your chart, but I feel like you're extremely sensitive and you work through your heart, and you're really here to help heal people, and you're really here to help I'm just seeing like a connection to anything that's kind connected to innocence, you know, nature, animals, children, like anything that's connected to innocence. Like, you feel more comfortable around that than you do in the big wide world. I mean, there's a lot of ego going around out there, you know, and I feel like there's an energy right now that sometimes you're getting swayed by, how can I explain this? I feel like you're getting swayed by the egotism that is the 3D of the world. You know, like when we go on Instagram and we see people and they're acting a certain way, or they look a certain way, or we go on TikTok and they're acting a certain way, or they look a certain way. It's like there's this energy of, you're here to really like bring the higher realms to earth. You very much live in the higher realms. You're very much connected to your third eye and your crown chakra. And it's hard for you to live in this world of like egotism, money, you know, like fast cars and expensive, like, I don't know, Birkin bags or whatever. Like, that's not you. But I feel like sometimes you get caught up in that. That's what I'm hearing. Sometimes you get caught up in that and it doesn't feed your soul. I'm hearing when you get caught up in that. Like when we look at, you know, like certain trends and everybody's trying to be something on social media, when you get caught up in that, it kind of takes you off track. And Aphrodite is really calling you to come home to yourself and remember why you do what you do and who you are at your heart level. And she's calling on you to kind of express your authenticity. That was just one little message that came through. Now, I do want to say, you guys, I feel like there's an energy of really feeling at a loss recently. With the Tower card and the Devil, I feel like you are going through some deep healing. I feel like something is crumbling. And with the Lovers card there, I really do feel I'm being shown like a perception. It feels like it's crashing around. I don't know whether somebody has recently shown you their true colours or somebody has pulled away from you recently. But with the Five of Coins at the back of the deck, I really do feel like you feel somewhat that you're at a loss right now. You feel out in the cold from somebody right now. And Aphrodite is kind of calling me to say, anyone that is removed from your life, they are removed because they are not right for you. Because the universe and your spirit guides, they hear words that you didn't hear that were said, or they hear, or they see intentions that you weren't able to see. And people and relationships are only going to get removed from your life if they weren't really stable and meant to be there. There's somebody in your life that I feel like you were looking at with rose-tinted glasses. And I feel like even if they did F up or they did do something that didn't quite honor you, I feel like you didn't necessarily, it was like you were looking at it so blindedly because you have such a light. Like I said, you operate in the higher realms. I feel that you weren't really seeing the whole situation. And I feel like this person has maybe pulled away or stepped away. And what I'm feeling for a lot of you, this person might not even be like a really negative person. But the thing is what I'm being told is you have a very divine soulmate. Like a very divine soulmate. A soulmate that is very much on your level and that can give you everything that you deserve, I'm being told. Because I feel like you give a lot in relationships, and whoever this Lover's energy is, I don't feel like they were giving a lot back to you. I really don't. I feel like they were giving you scraps and you were holding up the whole weight in this situation or relationship, whatever it was. It could even be a friendship, but you were holding up a lot of the weight and this person wasn't giving a lot back. And I'm hearing mind games. This person played a lot of mind games, and it's like, that wasn't right for you. That wasn't even fair on you. But it's like you saw the light in them and you wanted to keep the connection going because you really wanted to be with this person. But it's like, I'm almost feeling like there's a distorted view of this person because I don't know whether you mostly spoke over text or social media or FaceTime, but there's an energy of some sort of like fantasy in a way. Like they didn't give a lot, so you kind of made up in your head that they were more than what they were. That's what I'm being made to kind of say. And I feel like they do talk a good game, but I just feel like their heart space is not entirely open. And your spirit guides are very, very protective over you. And Aphrodite is kind of saying like, you really need to understand how important you are and how deserving you are of the love that you give out, because you're giving your love out so effortlessly, but you don't really put your needs on the table and say, hey, this is what I deserve, this is what I want, this is what I need. You never really do that. And Aphrodite is calling you to really look in that mirror and realize the beautiful being that you are. Realize, she's saying, realize that you're a blessing and give that love to yourself, because there's this energy of you building yourself up because there is a very significant soulmate for you. That's what I'm being told. And I don't know whether you've been doing that. I don't know whether you've stepped away from somebody. I don't know whether the universe kind of pulled this person away from you, or they really hurt you, or whether you have decided, you know what, I'm going to put in some boundaries and step away. Because the fact that the Tower card came out, I feel like there is a level of healing right now. I felt that at the beginning of the reading. I feel like there's some healing going on for you guys right now, pile number one. But there's this energy of, what do you deserve? Write down on a piece of paper, what do I deserve? What are your needs? You know what I mean? Do you need to be reassured? Are you somebody that likes a lot of compliments? Are you somebody that likes little things done from them? Write down all of your needs and actually see if this person's measuring up, because I don't feel that this person is. I'm going to be completely honest with you as your reader. I feel like this person does see your light. They see your beauty and everything that you are, but I feel like they take you for granted. There's almost this energy coming through from this person of they would still be there. You know, even if I F up, they would still be there. And it's like, this is just, that's not fair, because you're so divine. Like, I hope you know that about yourself. Like, I'm really picking up a lot of divine feminine energy. As I said, I could pick up Cancer at the start of the read, and I'm also picking up Pisces. And I'm also picking up Libra and Taurus. You're very, very divine and connected to your divine feminine. And you're such, I feel, even if you don't like to admit it, you're romantics at heart. And that's what you deserve to get given back to you. So Aphrodite is calling you to put that in yourself right now until somebody can step up to the challenge, because by putting in boundaries, you're not losing anybody that was, that was supposed to be in your life, because whoever was supposed to be in your life and you put in boundaries, they're going to respect your boundaries. You know what I mean? But if somebody was happy with overstepping these boundaries and they're angry when you put them in place, it's because they were benefiting from you not having any. And Aphrodite is really calling you to turn your energy inward, because when we look at the devil kind of talks about codependency. And I do feel like in the past you've given a lot and not had a lot back, and it's created this imbalance, which was codependency. And it was because you didn't feel that you were worthy of love. And Aphrodite is calling you to put that within yourself. I'm hearing like Valentine's Day, like treat yourself. And the way that she's showing me, basically for my Valentine's Day, I bought myself, because I do this, I bought myself a really nice expensive box of chocolates, and I bought myself some new makeup and a perfume, because I deserve it, you know, I deserve that. So she's kind of calling you to do the same, because there's this energy of, I don't know whether this has come from childhood, guys, where you've always extended yourself in the hope of like love. Maybe you had like a narcissistic parent or somebody that withheld love from you. Maybe this person has withheld love from you, or maybe it's been a pattern, but it's because somewhere in your earlier years you learned that you had to self-sacrifice yourself. Maybe you felt like you needed to heal a parent or something like that, so you always put yourself last in order to put people first. And even though there's such a beautiful energy you want to give, by putting everybody before you, you're teaching them that you come last. And you don't want to be doing that. You come first, you put your energy first, and you make sure that your cup is full. And then whatever is left from that full cup, then you can give to everybody else. You don't want to be pouring from an empty cup. That's what causes the imbalance, and that's what causes codependency, I'm being told. So that's what she's kind of saying here. There's this energy of putting your love into yourself and treating yourself the way that you deserve, because by treating yourself that way, you are showing other people how to treat you, you know? And I feel like sometimes when we come from this energy, because I was the same, I used to be kind of like this, and when I had to kind of like treat myself and give myself stuff, or even putting in boundaries, I almost felt a bit narcissistic when I was doing it. I was like, who am I to be saying I deserve all these things? But this is the thing, you deserve that. You need to give that love to yourself first, especially if a certain person isn't giving it back. You want to be giving yourself that love to yourself and making yourself feel good, in order to be on that vibration to receive it. To receive love, we have to be it. And there's this energy of really looking after yourself right now, because there is some deep healing. I'm hearing deep healing that is happening for you right now, pile number one. You're very sensitive as well. I don't know whether this person, and this is only if it's happened, like I feel like you'll know about this. If this person has gone into a third party, for some of you they might have, for some of you you can just discard that bit of a message. But if they have, I don't know whether you're comparing yourself to people right now, but that came at the start of the reading. There's an energy of you comparing yourself maybe to people on Instagram, comparing yourself to other people, and it's like, no one is you, and you need to look in the mirror and realize the beautiful Aphrodite keeps saying you're divine. Like, you need to realize the beautiful divine being that you are, and know that no one can be you. Your talents, your creativity, your beauty, no one can replicate that, because it's you. And it's like this energy of you needing to know that you're struggling with your confidence at the moment. That's what I'm hearing. There's this energy of saying self-love affirmations in the mirror, you know, like, I am beautiful, I am worthy, I am confident, I love my body. You know what I mean? I'm deserving of love. I am love. You know, saying little affirmations like that in the mirror in the morning, I'm hearing, will really help you. The next card that we have, guys, is Opportunity Beckons. Now, what I want to say is, I really do feel like if this is somebody that you're stuck on from the past, I really do feel like this was happening as a karmic lesson to teach you that your love and your confidence, it comes from within and not from somebody else. When we put our power into somebody else's hands, that is when we lose ourselves. You determine who you are. You determine your worth. And I feel like this is the lesson that you are learning, that you determine who you are. And I feel like it's building you up to be on that level, to usher in a soulmate, because you have a really strong soul bond with somebody that's coming in. And it's like, you may not see the bigger picture now, but Spirit's saying keep doing this healing work and keep working on yourself, because Aphrodite's kind of saying, like, there is they're kind of making me feel like once you transmute this, an opportunity is gonna like fall on your lap, I'm being told. That's just what I'm hearing. So Aphrodite, what messages do we have for pile one? This is like, you're on a self-love journey right now. So I would probably call on Aphrodite, to be honest with you. You can find Aphrodite meditations on YouTube as well. But I don't really like to tell people what to do in regards to certain, you know, like deities like Aphrodite, because I feel like all of our relationships with everything that we do is kind of different. So I'd kind of call you maybe to just call on her and see what, you know, feels right for you. You know what I mean? But I feel like she could really help you right now. When I was going through a similar situation, this is when I began to work with her. She actually came to me. She started showing up. So I really do feel like this would be maybe a good time to call on her, even if it's just feeling more confident and beautiful in yourself. Pile one, Aphrodite, what messages do we have for pile one? Yeah, we have the Master card, and you see how this guy is holding his heart and it's kind of in a cage. What I'm feeling is, for you guys, you are pro masters at giving your love to people, but you're not very good in receiving it, and you draw in a lot of emotionally unavailable people, because subconsciously, whether you're aware of it or not, you're not very good at receiving love. When people come at you with, you know, open arms and like a healthy love, there's this feeling like you don't necessarily recognize it, because it doesn't really feel comfortable to you. So I don't know whether you had parents that were quite narcissistic and didn't really give a lot of love to you as a child, because there is this feeling like in your childhood you had to give more than you received. But because of that, there's this uncomfortability when it comes to people sharing their love with you and giving love to you. And Aphrodite is calling on you to give that beautiful love you give out to yourself, to know that you're worthy, and so that you can move into that energy of receiving, because we cannot receive you know, all of this abundance if we're blocking it off. And I don't feel like this is something you're even aware of, but it's like the reason that you're drawing in emotionally unavailable people is because even though you want love, subconsciously you are emotionally unavailable because there's still wounds that are needing to be worked on. And the reason that these codependent relationships have been happening is because you've been, you know, instead of giving that love to yourself, you've still been giving it out because you learned at one point, I have to keep giving out love in order to receive it. So you feel the more somebody pulls away, you have to give. And that isn't balanced because that means we're kind of overextending ourselves and we're self-sacrificing. I feel like you're such a healer. You have such a beautiful heart. Sometimes you fall into self-sacrificing, and right now is a time to really ground your energy and give to yourself. Whatever this energy is here, I just feel like Aphrodite is really calling you to really step up and see, like, is this really helping me right now? Is this for my greater good right now? Is this person making me feel good right now? Because if they are not, then maybe we need to reevaluate that. I feel like you already have here. I feel like right now you're just healing. But if you guys haven't maybe stepped away from this person, if, you know, when somebody's making us kind of question a situation or question if they want to be with us, it's not, you know, they may be going through their own healing and their own, you know, issues, of course, but we need to make sure that we're receiving what we deserve. I hear a lot of people sometimes, especially with the whole twin flame wave, and they say, oh, the person that I love, they're running from me, and, you know, they keep coming back and then running away. But it's like, yes, okay, maybe somebody could be a twin flame, and yes, okay, somebody may truly love you, but if their actions in the 3D are disrespecting you and there's a continuous cycle and it's not stopping, we do not want to be waiting for anybody, nor do we want to be making any excuses for them, you know. And I want to say that really strongly. I know sometimes I get a few thumbs down for it, but it's like, we have to value ourselves first and teach people how to treat us. And if somebody keeps coming in and out and they're not changing, there has to be a door closed or a foot put down somewhere, because that isn't fair to us, because we deserve love. We deserve reciprocated beautiful love, and you deserve that so much. And there's, the way Aphrodite is making me feel is there is like a grand soulmate that is going to give you everything that you give out. And I just really do feel like the journey to that person is through the thick of the healing. And a lot of you are already doing this healing. The fact that we have opportunity beckons, this is taking you to a higher level, not just in regards to your heart space, but spirituality. You know what I mean? I feel like you've really learned some karmic lessons here. On the back of the deck, we have new vitality. I feel like the more you look within, the more you'll phoenix, and the more you'll kind of arise from the ashes and reach new heights. You know what I mean? Within yourself. Because you have this, the way Aphrodite is making me feel is you have a lot of potential. You just don't see that within yourself. And she's making me feel like, I want to hype you up and be your cheerleader. Like, I want to give you all these compliments, because it's just like, the way she's making me feel is I want to grab you and put you in front of a mirror and be like, look at you. Like, look at you. Like, look at everything that you have to offer. Look at everything that you are. Look at your strength. You know what I mean? That's how she's making me feel like I want to do to you. And I feel like that's her energy towards you. Like, realize who you are. You know what I mean? Pile number 1, Aphrodite, what messages do we have for pile number 1? What messages do we have? Somebody spirit guides with me as well. Like a male. They have like bald hair, glasses, maybe someone's dad. Someone's spirit guide's just sitting on the sofa, cross-legged. They wear a gold watch. This could just be for like one of you, but they're with me right now. I feel like they may have used to smoke, this spirit guide that's come through. They're kind of like watching over you, and they're saying it's time now to give that love to you. It could be a grandfather too. Yeah, they just feel like they kind of sit back. I don't know whether it's a spirit guide or like an ancestor, or, you know, somebody's loved one that's passed on, but it's like they kind of don't like jeopardize the reading. They just kind of sit back to watch. So somebody's spirit guide's really watching over them. Pile number 1, Aphrodite, what messages do we have? Okay, what card's this? Contentment. Yeah, I feel like sometimes you look outside of yourself for the light when the light is within you. Do you see how the lighthouse is there? I feel like sometimes you look outside of yourself for maybe like validation or maybe for love, when I'm hearing like the greatest love like is within you, you know? And I know that's like a hard message to hear sometimes, or a triggering message to hear sometimes, but the way that she's making me feel is that you're very, very divine and very powerful. Messages. Aphrodite for Pile 1. Yeah, we have the card Compassion. You guys, I really do feel that with the pink here, I feel like you're very connected to your heart chakra. Pink is the color of the higher heart chakra. And you have so much compassion, like I said at the beginning of the reading, for animals, for children, for other people. You have such a healing energy, and you work through your heart, not through the ego. You work through the heart. And the thing is with this energy here, it's like you want to see the light in people. This healing energy has either come from your childhood, or you've just always very much been an empath. Again, they're showing me Cancer energy. And you want to heal everybody. But you can't heal other people. We can only shine that light within ourselves and hope that they get inspired and do the same. And I don't know whether this person you keep going back to is somebody that you're wanting to heal, or you just see the light in them. I don't know whether you guys maybe have a parent that had substance abuse issues and you just want to heal them. I do feel some of you guys may have had a narcissist, empath relationship with a parent, and if so, I'm sending you guys so much love. I feel like that's something you're healing right now, and I've healed something like this, guys. It's very, very deep, and I'm sending you guys all my love right now. But it's like there's this energy of you maybe needing to write a letter to your childhood self. I'm going to say trigger warning before I begin, but, you know, there's an energy of me wanting to tell you that your inner child, your childhood self, like somebody's parent or friend or relationship that you wanted to heal, I feel like I want to tell you, like, you kind of, there's a feeling like you blame yourself for it. And it's like, that wasn't your fault. You weren't supposed to, you know, whether this was from your childhood or your teens or whatever, you weren't supposed to heal somebody else. That wasn't your job. And I really want you to take that guilt off yourself that I feel it in some ways you're carrying. This is where the self-sacrificing is coming from. You feel guilty to watch people or step away from people and let go of people because you just want to help them. And there's this feeling of me wanting to give it feels like a childhood self a hug and say, that wasn't your fault. There was nothing that you could have done. This is this own person's healing, that healing journey. There's nothing that you can do to change that. You just got to heal within yourself and keep it pushing. This wasn't your fault. Like, I feel like I need to say that. I feel like that's Aphrodite's kind of message. Like, that wasn't your fault. That was never your fault. I feel like a lot of your relationships, maybe you step towards them like projects. You just want to fix them, and it's this pattern that's been happening since childhood. I'm being told. So pile 1, Aphrodite, what other messages do we have for pile number 1? This is very deep healing that you're doing. Very deep healing that you're doing. Pile 1, what messages does Aphrodite have? Yeah, this is childhood. This is coming from childhood. If you're wondering where this pattern came from, it comes from your childhood, I'm hearing. I feel like you saw a lot of destruction, or you saw a lot in your childhood. Yeah, we have water element sensing. I strongly felt that you were empaths. I really did feel that. I'm going to put that in the middle, actually. I really did feel like you were empaths, to be honest with you. You just have this natural healing aura. You want to heal. You want to see the light in people. Natural light workers. And I feel like you have healing hands, you know? You have healing hands. You're here to heal people. But we can't heal everybody that comes onto our path. Because that way, if we're going into a career, say we're counselling or we're doing Reiki healing or something like that, how can we give that energy to them when our energy is so spent and put out because we were giving it to other people that weren't reciprocating it back to us. We got to make sure we're right first, and we give that healing to ourselves first. There's an energy here of maybe needing to remother yourself or reparent yourself. That's what I'm being told. Because that feels like there's an estranged relationship with a parent, and I'm really being called for you guys to reparent yourself. There's a lot of healing taking place at a cellular level. I don't know whether, because I'm obviously doing this video within Mercury retrograde, whether you're watching it Mercury retrograde or not, there's really is like a relationship situation coming up here that you're upset about, but really the reason that there's so much pain is because these wounds are coming from childhood. And then we have soulmate here. Yes, this is your soulmate. I feel like you are calling in a soulmate through this healing, because we see the infinity symbol here. You're going within to do these shifts, work through these shifts that bring you on a path to your soulmate. You had to work through these shifts before you met this person, because there is a soulmate on the horizon for you, but you have to go within first. You have to understand that you're worthy of love first, you know, and that your needs need to be met. And we also have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. I don't know whether you're feeling right now like all is lost or like you've given up on love. But Aphrodite is really calling you to understand that right now is the time for you. You are the number one right now in your life. Right now is that time for you. And Aphrodite is calling you to keep giving to yourself, because you will not regret it. And going through that inner journey is what will bring in somebody new, but we have to do that first. We can't cheat it, because we'll just keep ending up with codependent relationships, you know? And I'm actually going to send you to one of my videos if you haven't watched it before. When I began my self-love journey, it was back in 2019, and around my birthday of last year, it hit a year since I'd been on my journey of self-love. And I did a video, it's in my spirituality playlist on YouTube, and it is called 1 year ago today I chose to love myself, here are the results. And I talk about my journey in regards to self-love, so I don't know whether you want to watch that. You don't have to. I just thought I'd kind of recommend that to you. I'm just talking about my own journey, you know what I mean? So if that's something that you're interested in watching, I will send you there. I'm going to pull one more card, because Aphrodite really wanted me to use these cards. Like, they kept coming up, and I've never used these in my readings before. I only use these for myself. I'm quite selfish with them. I like to just use them when I'm connecting to my guides, but these were just shining out to me today, so I thought, okay, we'll use them today. So this is the first time I'm using these on my channel. So the final card, Aphrodite, what messages do you have for pile 1 today? I'm also being told to say, while I'm shuffling, you are the leader of your own life. You determine where you go. You have the steering wheel in your hand. There's almost an energy here like you feel everything's out of your control. And she's calling you to come back to center, to ground yourself and realize you're actually in control of where you go next. You have the wand in your hand. You're alchemists. You're the manifestors. You create where you go, you know? That's what she's calling me to say to you. So pile 1, Aphrodite, what messages do you have for pile 1? Final message for pile 1. Final message for pile 1. Okay, okay. Okay, we have Lumen Essence. And the energy that I'm picking up from this card, I'll pop it in front of this one. The energy that I'm getting from this card, you see how she's holding onto her heart space, and then her hands are holding that energy within her. That's coming through to me like, I do feel like you're natural born healers. I do feel like you have natural healing hands, right? And I'm going to put it out there, maybe you guys could look into maybe getting some Reiki work or something like that. But I'm also being told, if you kind of feel a little bit lost right now, and you feel a little bit like, how do I love myself? How do I give that love to myself? Aphrodite is calling you to sit in a very quiet space. And the thing is about you is you are the embodiment of love. She's making me feel that. You work through that energy. And she's calling you to really feel your heart chakra. Really feel your heart chakra and lean into it and feel these loving feelings. Think of the feelings that you feel when you're in nature, when you're around animals, when you're around, people that you love. Tap into that And once you can really feel that, maybe put your hands in front of your heart chakra and see if you could feel that wave of energy. Start moving that energy or visualizing that energy, maybe a green light, maybe a light pink light, and imagine that energy going around your whole body, and imagine yourself receiving all of that energy. That's what she's making me kind of like call to you to do, to tap into your heart level and kind of hold that space for a hot minute, you know, and let it kind of succumb you. Because that is, you naturally have that energy of love within you. It's just you're so focused on giving it out, and she's like, no, hold it and give it to yourself. Because right now I'm hearing you need peace and quiet. You need peace. You need stability. You need to feel grounded. That's what I'm hearing you need right now. And she's really calling you to do that and give yourself time right now. To give yourself space right now. You're already where you need to be. You don't need to be forcing anything right now. Let everything... I'm hearing surrender. I'm hearing the Janae Aiko song, Surrender. Just surrender and let everything fall into its place. And hold space for yourself. Because there's a lot of healing going on for you right now. So I would definitely call on her to work with her if you are needing any help in that area. So those are the messages Aphrodite has for you today. I really hope that that brought you some clarity. I hope, you know, those words of wisdom helped you. I'm sending you guys lots of love. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Hey Pal 2, welcome to your readings. So we are currently taking a look at what messages Aphrodite has for you today. So we're just going to be looking at anything that basically comes through, anything that she feels you need to hear. So Aphrodite, can you tap me in to the energies of Pile 2? What is it that you would like to share with Pile 2? What advice or guidance are they in need of right now? Pile number 2. I feel like you guys may be my spiritual pile. I always get a pile that's like very connected to the divine. I don't know why, I'm just straight away feeling like that's you guys. That's what I'm feeling. So pile 2, Aphrodite, what advice did pile number 2 need to hear right now? What advice did pile number 2? Okay, we have the 2 of coins. Aphrodite, what advice do pile number 2 need right now? I feel like you've been doing a lot, pile 2. Like, especially on an inner level in regards to spirituality. Like, I'm just feeling this energy like, I don't know whether you guys are workaholics or you're always on something. You're always researching, or you're always working, or you're always doing internal work, or you're always channeling messages, or you're always working on your fitness. So like your minds are on go, go, go all the time. And I'm actually hearing the words halt. Stop. Like that's coming through here. We have the Tower reversed. There's an ending that's happened in your life, but like it's been happening for a while. Right now you're in the void phase. Very strongly she's showing me you're in the void phase right now. The void phase is when we have released pretty much a lot of what we needed to from our past karmic phase, and we're kind of in that waiting stage, waiting in the wings, ready for the new beginnings. That's what the void stage is. That's what I like to call it anyway. You've probably been in a similar scenario yourself where you're in that kind of waiting stage where not a lot of things happen. But what's really happening is energy is being shifted around you. You just can't see it yet. So you almost feel stuck. You feel like you're falling behind, but you're not really. That's what I'm feeling for pile number 2. Pile number 2. What is the message from Aphrodite for pile number 2? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we have the Fool. We have the Fool here. And we have the 10 of Cups at the back of the deck. So, what I'm picking up for you guys, right? You guys have already done your internal work, I feel. I feel like I don't feel like it was recently. I feel like it was over the past 6 months prior, or maybe to like a year prior, or maybe just for a while. You've been going out through a very big ascension. It could have been like a Kundalini awakening. You could have been going through Dark Night of the Soul. You could have been going through a lot of shifts, a lot of internal shifts. There would have been a point where you were like, you know what? I know where I want to go, and I want to kind of shift my reality to get that. And you did that. Like, Aphrodite's make me feel like you did that. Like, you're very much on the right track. But you guys are like, I don't know whether you got a lot of Virgo in your chart, but you are perfectionists. And I feel like you have healed a lot. You've cut a lot of ties with people. You've changed your eating habits maybe, or you've really been working on your fitness. But there is this energy like you are on go, 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 go. Like, you are non-stop. And it's funny because right now, you are in this void stage of waiting for something new to come in, but until all of these new beginnings come in, it's like this energy of you're still on autopilot from your last karmic phase where you felt you had to be doing all the time, because you are stepping out of a phase, or actually you've stepped out of a phase now. They're making me feel like this phase is gone. This phase is gone, but you've just stepped out of a phase where you used to give a lot of yourself. You felt like you had to work extremely hard to make money, or you had to give a lot of love in order to receive it, or you had to overextend yourself in order to just get the bare minimum. But no, you've shifted that now. And you are learning to step into a time of being able to put in your energy out to receive, and having to just kind of believe that you're able to receive it, kind of like that Empress energy, to have it given to you. And obviously there's, you know, work involved in that, but it's like you don't have to work so hard. But the thing is with you guys is you are still in autopilot mentally from your last phase, which is you feel like you need to have your sword in hand and you need to be go, go, go. And Aphrodite's saying, no. I'm hearing no, baby, no. Like, no. She's calling you to slow down. Slow down and see where you're at right now. Because right now, I feel like over the next 6 months to a year, there is so much fresh, new experiences, friendships. I'm hearing companions, communities, I'm hearing as well, coming in for you. There's a lot coming in for you, a lot of abundance. And she wants you to be ready for it. She wants you to be open for it. But you're not going to be ready for it if you are giving your energy here, there, and everywhere. I feel like you're the type of people to have structured routines. I got to wake up at this time, and I got to do this, and I got to do that, and I got to do that. And Aphrodite's like, no. You have done so much internal work, like so much work on yourself spiritually, physically, mentally, everything. Like I really feel like you've got that wand and you've kind of transformed. But in order to receive and have these blessings come in, we need to be ready for it. Because if we're still like running and burning out our energy, we're not going to be ready to grab it. And she's kind of saying to you, like, I'm not saying go on an actual vacation. I know Corona's happening right now. But like, give yourself a mini vacation. Chill out a bit, have a lazy day, chill out. You don't have to be like boom, boom, boom all the time, because that's the energy of I have to work hard because there is a lack somewhere. No, where you're heading. She keeps calling you my loves and baby. She's like, my loves, baby. And she's like, she's saying, where you're going, my love, is full of abundance. So you don't need to work that hard right now because you've already done the hard work. You need to know when to rest, because this new beginning needs to happen. But I feel like you're still, there's this energy of you've got the uniform from your old job on, trying to enter your new job. That's how she's making me feel. You know what I mean? It's like you're now going into a job where, I don't know, let's just say you're a lifeguard, but you're turning up with your old nursing outfit. You know what I mean? It's like you're using the old tactics. We need to learn some new. And the first thing that you need to do is give yourself a damn day off. She's saying, like, you need to chill out. You need to welcome in the new, because I'm hearing very strongly over the next 2 months. And I'm hearing Aries and I'm hearing Pisces. My door just knocked. So someone's going to be answering the door now. But she said there's new opportunities knocking. Like, she said that when the door knocked. And I'm just sharing, like, I don't know why I'm being taken to like April, because I'm hearing like Pisces season, Aries season, not April, March. I'm hearing Pisces season, Aries season. I'm hearing something around that time, or maybe you guys may be an Aries or a Pisces, but I'm just sharing this energy of like, this is the final kind of shift in order to put you on a new path. She's probably showing me Aries because Aries is the first sign of the zodiac wheel. But that's what she's showing me with the Fool card here. There's so much newness that is awaiting you, but you know, you need to give yourself a little holiday. And by holiday, I mean, give yourself a day in bed, chill out. Don't push yourself. Don't be trying to do 100 things at once. It's your time to chill now because you've earned that. You've done so much inner work. You know, there's an energy like you guys do not know how to just rest. and she's like, pull the plug a little bit and just, you know, chill out. Maybe book yourself. Oh, I don't know whether we can be doing spa days right now. I don't know what it's like everywhere around the world. I know I couldn't do it here, but maybe give yourself a spa day. You know what I mean? Order some things off Amazon. You know what I mean? Get your partner or a sibling or somebody to give you a nice massage. I don't know. I'm just hearing like you deserve to treat yourself and just chill out for a hot minute. It's like you need a vacation almost. She's making me feel, so that you're ready and prepared for the new that is about to come, because you've done all that hard work now. So it's time to take your mind frame out of having to keep putting your foot forward and holding your sword up. There's no need to be on the defense. There's no need to be worried about this and this happening. It's time now to enjoy yourself and be ready for the new that comes in, she's saying. Now the next card we have is lead. And this card's coming through. I feel like the reason you guys do not like to stop and sit back is because you guys are natural leaders. I feel like you guys may be a Capricorn, Aries, you may be one of the cardinal signs like Capricorn, Aries, Libra, Cancer, but I'm also picking it up you guys may be a Leo as well, and there's just like this nobleness about you. I don't know whether nobleness is a word, but I'm gonna say it, who cares. But I'm just sharing, like, there's this nobleness about you, like you always feel like you need to be the one. You're like the dependable one. You're the one that always needs to be on point. I don't know whether you guys are quite like lone wolves. You are like leaders of the pack. You always feel like you have to be you know, ready for action, and there's just this energy of, yes, that's you, but you know, you're allowed a day off too. And I'm just feeling like for the next couple of weeks, she's saying, take it easy. Just take it easy. I'm hearing take it easy on yourself over the next couple of weeks. That's what I'm hearing. I'm also hearing some of you guys may need to get your like finances in order, or maybe just like tend to like smaller things like that, making sure there's a stable foundation for something. That's just for some of you, or maybe that's what you're worried about. Take it as it resonates, but that's coming through too. Pile number 2, what messages does Aphrodite have for pile number 2? Hello. Okay, yeah, we have heal. You've been doing like a lot of healing. That's what I'm hearing. Let me pop these a little bit higher. Yeah, you've been doing a lot of healing, a lot of work. I'm hearing some of you guys maybe seeing the number 17 a lot. But you've really been doing a lot of healing within yourself, a lot of healing. Some of you guys are still going through the releasing phase, stage, so you guys still might be going over that last bout of releasing. So you may be feeling a little low, or you may be feeling a little bit down. That's just because these things are coming to the surface to have one big final release. That's completely fine. When I put this up, we are going through Mercury retrograde, so that might be what's happening. Do you see how he has chains around him there? It's like you're really freeing yourself from a lot of limiting beliefs. I really did feel that you were my spiritual pile. You've really been changing on a cellular level, changing and shifting within, is what I'm being told. And also you and your natural healers too. And the back of the deck as well, guys, we have opportunity backgrounds. This made its way into pile 1 as well, but it's coming up here, and that were mixed with the 10 of Cups, which was at the back of the tarot deck. There's a lot of abundance coming in. I have to say that to you. There's a lot of abundance coming in, and it's almost this energy of watch and wait. That's what I'm kind of being told. Watch and wait. Aphrodite, what messages do you have for pile 2? What messages do you have for pile number 2? Hello. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we have gentleness. She's calling you to go easy on yourself and be gentle with yourself. You need to cry one day. Don't beat yourself up for needing to cry. You know what I mean? You're releasing. We're always releasing something. You know what I mean? Let yourself cry. But there's this energy of being gentle. Maybe you guys have a really hard gym routine, you know? Maybe take it easy on yourself. For example, this is probably my pile, to be honest with you, because like I said in my pick a card the other day, I went to start my routine again. I've just come out of doing really deep healing, and I wanted to get my routine back so I could do like personal readings or whatever, because I was like excited to do that. But that was me just kind of jumping the gun really quickly instead of giving myself some time to chill, and I've ended up actually injuring my back because I was trying to push myself. And that was, you know, me just kind of pushing, and my body was like, no, we need to slow down. That's how I'm taking it anyway. So that's they're telling me to share that message, like, be gentle with yourself, take it easy, you know what I mean? Chill out. I feel like you feel like there's a lot expected from you, but you know, I feel like you've done enough. You've really done enough. There's this energy of always wanting to outdo yourself, or I need to work really hard so that I can be at the point of everyone else. Because what I'm actually hearing for you guys, pile number 2, I don't know whether you have like Saturn in the 10th house or something like that, but what I'm picking up from you guys is, I don't feel like when you were younger you had a lot of money, but you had a lot of people around you that had a lot of money, or you always felt like you had less opportunities than other people. So you've had to learn through life to work 10 times harder than everyone else. The reason that I'm saying Saturn in the 10th house, because Saturn in the 10th house has that energy of, it doesn't matter if you don't have this placement, but they're just showing me the energy of someone. How I like to envision Saturn in the 10th house is, say now you're in a fight or you're in a race and you look to your right and somebody has like the coolest, you know, race car, the most expensive race car, and then you look to your left and somebody has then like most expensive armor, but then all you're doing is stood there with like a wooden stick, like, oh my god, like I don't stand a chance. But you have to learn to kind of put in that effort to work even harder because you don't have what other people have. That's what's coming through here. So I don't know whether you've always had to work extra hard to get results than other people, but they're saying to me that was your old phase, it's over. You've worked through that and you've learned your stamina. You're in a different phase now. You know what I mean? You've learned stamina and you're in a different phase. You're about to be rewarded, you know? That's what I'm being told. So please be gentle on yourself over the next couple of weeks. Aphrodite is asking. What's the next card that we have? Yeah, we have independence. You guys are like straight up either cardinal signs or you're like a Leo or something. Like you're very much like, there's this energy as well coming from you guys, like you don't like people telling you what to do, because it's like, if I want something done correctly, I gotta do it myself. You know what I mean? You're very much like, I need to do what, you know, whatever needs to be done because I'm the only one that can get it done the way that I would like it to be done. Very perfectionist. You may be a Virgo, but there's just this energy of like, you need to chill out and maybe let somebody else take the reins for a hot minute, or just, you know, there's just this energy of maybe learning to be in that energy of play right now. We have humor at the back of the goddess deck, and I'm just really being called to like tell you guys to maybe like watch some of your favorite shows, or maybe just like listen to your favorite music, have a dance in your room, like draw, paint, do whatever makes you feel relaxed. And maybe do that over the next couple of weeks, because there's this energy of taking it easy before you welcome in a lot of the new. Because I saw this post the other day on Instagram. This isn't me taking credit for it because I didn't say it. I can't remember who said it. But somebody said that their friend had told them, when we feel like there's a brick wall in front of us and we can't move forward, that's because for that moment in time, we're supposed to be leaning against that brick wall to gain our strength. And that's what I'm being told to show you guys. Like right now is the time to rest. You've done so much hard work. You've been through a lot. You've done so much work for yourself. It's now time to let go and await the abundance, you know? Aphrodite, what other messages do we have for pile 2? What other messages do we have for pile 2? Sorry guys, my house is very noisy today. I have a door that's very loud, and for some reason the minute I press play to record, my family like to slam it open and shut. I don't know why. Pile number 2. What messages do Aphrodite have for us today? Yes. Yes. We have the 9th house, faith. You're definitely my spiritual pile, I will say that. You're very connected with the divine, to be honest with you. I see that within you. When we look at the 9th house is ruled by Jupiter. And Jupiter is all about luck and expansion. And I feel like, I do kind of feel like you're very ruled by Saturn. You know, you're very Saturn orientated, you very work hard. But you're moving into this energy of the 9th house, into this Jupiter energy of, I don't know whether you're going through like your Jupiter return. But I just see a lot of blessings and abundance coming in. You may be seeing 33 all the time. That came up in my other reading as well. You may be seeing 33 all the time. That's your spirit guides letting you know that they're there. When we look at 3 and 3, it adds up to 6. That's the energy of the heart chakra. But with the 9th house, when we look at it, it's about prosperity. We're open. We have this faith in this higher power. And that's what Aphrodite is calling you to have right now. But have that faith in yourself. Let yourself relax right now. And like I said, embody the energy of the Empress, knowing that your abundance is going to come in and waiting for it to come in because you know you deserve it. You, like, the way they make me feel is you already done the hard work and more. That's how she's making me feel. She's making me feel like you really, I'm hearing, you done good, kid. Like, that's what I'm hearing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm seeing rainbows. Like, I don't know whether you've been seeing rainbows a lot, but you've really transitioned out of one phase and you're now in a new phase. Like, that's what I'm being told. But it's like you're waiting, but you need to make room and allow this newness to come in because you have a lot to really enjoy in this next phase, but they want your energy to be where it needs to be and you have to fill up your cup now. We have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. This could be in regards to a soulmate. If you guys have been wanting a soulmate or wanting a new relationship, I do feel like you really cleared a lot of blocks from your past that you know, had love kind of hard for you to have. You've kind of cleared a lot of wounds in your heart. And I'm really being made to feel by Aphrodite like you're ready for love and it's going to come in this next phase. Like, you're ready, you know, you're ready for it. Or whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, you know. Because I do feel like there's something to do with the work, or I'm actually hearing like self, like beauty and a glow up, you know, or something like that. I don't know what that's about, but that's what I'm hearing too. Pile number 2, what messages does Aphrodite have for pile 2? Okay, that was 3 cards. We only want 1. Okay, 1 just jumped out. Hello. Oh, okay, we have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Yeah, I really do feel like you've been trying to bring in a soulmate, but there's also a worry that you're worried of how can I put this into words? You're worried that you may lose yourself, or you're worried that old patterns will repeat. And this is what Aphrodite's saying, no. This situation from the past, it's done. You've learned boundaries, I'm hearing. You've learned self-confidence. You've learned self-love. You've learned who you are and your needs. You know that when you see a red flag, you know what to do. Have faith in yourself. You know, that's what I'm being told to say to you. Because I feel like you've been calling in your soulmate. And even if you're not physically manifesting in a soulmate, your higher self is sending out that energy to whoever this divine counterpart is, that you are now ready. I want you to know that, because I can feel that on a higher level, like your higher self, when we have soulmates come in, it's usually in our life kind of chart. And I'm not talking about a natal chart, I'm talking about our life chart. We usually kind of have certain time frames or time periods. And when I say time, not linear time, like, okay, when I'm 18, when I'm 19, I'm talking about when we've healed a certain energy, divine timing, where we hit a certain point where it's like, okay, this is when you're ready to come in. You would have kind of made a pact with this particular soulmate that you will meet up when you're both in this particular frequency. You're now stepping into this frequency. And I'm really seeing your higher self calling out to your soulmate, like, it's time. Like, I want to say that to you, like, I really do feel like you're being prepared for a soulmate. And I feel like your higher self's like, it's time. And I feel like you may have a couple of insecurities that you're worried about, or you may have a worry that you haven't healed all there is to heal because you're such perfectionists. But your higher self is like, no, it's time now. It's time for you to have love. And your higher self's calling that out. Because I'm hearing Aphrodite's making me feel like she doesn't even need to tell you or give you any advice in regards to love, because you've already done so much for yourself. And now it's time for you to go on this new chapter. And she wants you to be very optimistic about it and not really put too much of a wedge in to tell you this, and that. All you need to know is somebody is coming in for you. That is very divinely, it's a divine soulmate. You know what I mean? And it's being called in right now. And it's like, I feel like you want it, but you're also a little bit insecure about something, or you feel like you need to get this done or this done. And if Aphrodite's kind of saying, like, if we were waiting for everything to be perfect, there would be no point, because there's always something that we could do here and there. But no, you've done enough now. now it's time for somebody to come in. And I really do feel I'm seeing the number 4, so I don't know whether they're taking me to April or whether they're saying over the next 4 months. I do feel somebody is going to come in for you that is divinely guided for you and part of your soul tribe. So pile number 2, final card. I'm using these cards, guys, because Aphrodite really called me to use these, and I've never used these in a pick a card before, but she really called me to use them, so I'm gonna use them today. So final card from Aphrodite. What messages do we have for pile number 2? Ooh, okay, let me just lean. Sorry guys if I'm taking a minute, I can't bend my back like I said in the other. Okay, we have the Earth Star Chakra initiation. Damn. Yeah, you're in a new phase. You are stepping into a new phase. And I really do feel like this soulmate that's coming in, they're very much connected with spirit the way you are. And I feel like you're going to trigger certain ascensions within each other. You guys may have had a past life on Lemuria, or I do feel like this soulmate, you come from the same kind of starseed family, and you just had a lot of lives in the past with this particular soul. And there's this energy of when this person comes in, there's just this inner knowing that you're each other's. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm hearing like you're internally each other's, like not internally, eternally each other's. You've been together in many other past lives, and I feel like you have always had this knowing that somebody was going to come in for you. This person's always had a knowing that somebody's going to come in for them. You guys may have had dreams about them. You guys may have already had visions of this person. I'm actually hearing this person's higher self visits you at night. And I really do feel like Aphrodite's making me feel like you don't need to do anything for this person to come in. You just need to sit back and allow it to come in. There's this energy of sit back and relax. This person's coming in, and your higher self has this inner knowing that this person's coming in. You always knew that at a particular point, at a particular kind of like divine timing, this person was going to come in. And now you're actually in that phase. And that's why we have initiation, because it's like now you're in a new phase and now you're learning new lessons. You know what I mean? That's what I'm being told. So you have a lot of exciting opportunities ahead of you, but Aphrodite is calling you right now to chill out, lay back, allow it to come in, allow it to fall onto your lap. You know what I mean? I feel like you've done enough hard work. That's how she's making me feel. She's really proud. There's this energy of feeling very proud. You're radiating self-love, and I can feel it. There are some worries, but I feel you, and I see the internal work that you've done, because sometimes when I tap into pick a cards, my mind can be very muffled. I can really feel some like people's pain sometimes, or people's hurt, or maybe they are a little bit ungrounded and then I feel ungrounded. But with you guys, I have to say, I'm not saying you're better than anyone else. We're all on different paths, but the clearness that I feel tapping into your energies, even if you're feeling a bit low right now when you're healing, you feel very unbound. When I say unbound, I mean there's not a lot weighing you down, whether you realize it or not, or at least that's where you're headed. And that's how Aphrodite is making me feel about you guys. You've really done a lot of internal work, and I know how hard it is to really do that work and how challenging it can be, especially when you're doing some shadow work, and you've really aced it. And I'm just from me to you, you know, just from Lexi to you, I just want to send you guys a very big virtual hug, and I'm really proud of you because you really have worked hard, and I'm really being shown that. So I really do feel like you deserve a day off. You deserve to chill for a little bit. Yeah, and I'm really proud of you. So those are the messages I had from Aphrodite for you guys. I really hope that you enjoyed that and it brought you guys some clarity. I'm sending you guys lots and lots of love. I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So we are currently taking a look at what messages Aphrodite has for you guys today. So we're just gonna like keep it open and just see anything that she has to say to you right now about where you're at and any guidance that she has. So Aphrodite, what messages do you have for pile number 3? Can you tap me into the higher selves of pile number 3 and show me any messages or guidance that you have for pile 3? Okay. For a start, I just want to say I just saw somebody smile, so I feel like you guys have very beautiful smiles. I'm actually hearing some of you guys hate your smiles, but the way I just saw it, I really like your smiles. Like I just saw somebody have this beautiful big smile, and I'm hearing you guys light up a room. And you guys don't even realize that you light up the room. There's this energy of feeling I'm hearing that One Direction song, you know when they sing you're insecure, you don't know what for. That song, like, that just started playing. I don't know whether that's somebody's spirit guide or whether that was Aphrodite just having a joke, but I just shared that One Direction song, What Makes You Beautiful. I don't know why that just played. That's really cute, but that just came through for some of you. Pile number 3. That's made me smile now. I feel like you guys are quite jokey, or you guys are quite funny. You just don't realise you're funny. I'm hearing you're quite humorous. She's complimentary today, Aphrodite. I'm giving you guys some compliments today. Pile 3. What guidance do we have for pile 3, Aphrodite? I'm hearing you guys are in need of a pick-me-up, actually. I feel like that's why there's a silliness energy coming through. We have the Hangman. I don't know whether you guys have been feeling a bit down lately, but there's this energy of me wanting to give you a pick-me-up. Me wanting to kind of usher you a compliment. Me wanting to give you a big hug. That's how I feel right now. I don't even feel like I'm being drawn to anything specific. I just feel like you've been feeling a little bit lost, or maybe just a little bit down or insecure right now, and I'm just kind of being made to feel like I need to kind of big you up. I don't know why I'm being told that. I just feel like some of you guys may feel like you lost your shine a little bit. That's just for some of you. We have the Two of Swords. I just heard somebody say, your money, honey. I don't know who just said that. Your money, honey. I've never heard that before. Pile 3. Oh my god, I've just had like 100 cards drop out. Bear with me, guys, while I try and grab them. I can't bend properly at the moment. Was that it? Yeah, okay. Like, I can't lean forward because my back. So I'm trying to, there we go. Pile 3. Oh my god, these cards are bouncing out. I feel like your heads are a little bit like ungrounded at the moment. Like, I feel like you guys, I don't know whether you guys have been skipping meditation, but I'm just feeling like you're thinking a lot. Your mind's racing. I don't know whether you have a Virgo moon, Gemini moon, maybe. Definitely maybe an air moon or a Virgo moon. Pile 3. Oh my god, you see these cards are just like jumping out. I'm hearing you guys may be in need of like a salt bath to kind of ground you. Maybe bring your crystals in there. There's an energy of you guys needing to ground yourself right now. You're thinking a lot. There's worries. For some of you guys, it's money worries. And for some of you guys, you just are suffering with anxiety at the moment. I just want to give you a hug. I'm just being made to feel, yeah, we have the Ten of Swords. I'm just being made to feel like you guys need a big hug right now. So just know I'm sending you a very big energetic hug. Yeah, we have the Ace of Wands at the back of the deck. And you guys have the Hangman, the Two of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. So what I'm really picking up from you guys is there's a lot shifting for you right now, pile number 3. I really do feel like there's a lot shifting. I feel like there's a lot going on, but I don't know whether this is indicating to there's a lot going on for you physically. I'm actually hearing there may be like a big move happening for one or two of you. Or you may be moving job, or your mindset, like, there's just a lot of like breaking down and shifting. Some of you guys may be going through dark night of the soul, but there's a lot of shifting going on, and I just feel like with the Two of Swords, it's like you don't know what foot to put forward. You feel very like, I don't know what I'm, there's this energy of like, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm being shown like a whirlwind. And with the Ten of Swords, I just feel like there's a lot. I do feel like you're going through some sort of phoenix moment right now. There's a lot of wounds coming up from the surface, so there's a lot of mental rewiring going on. There's just a lot going on in your mental state. And that's okay. That's okay. But what Aphrodite is calling you to do right now is really ground yourself. When I was shuffling the cards, they were just falling out, splattering out. And I really do feel like right now you need to really come back to base. I feel like you guys may be on social media a lot, you know, scrolling through Instagram a lot, on Twitter. Sometimes people think, you know, because when we're empaths, we can, the only time we pick up energy is when we're around people. But that's actually not the case. When we're online and we're scrolling aimlessly, every post that we see, that's people's energy, and we're actually taking on that energy too. And I feel like you guys naturally take on other people's energy. So there's this kind of suggestion here to maybe get yourself off social media for a hot minute, maybe log out of Instagram for a hot minute. I feel like you're doing a lot mentally. Your energy's here, there and everywhere, and I'm being called for you to retract your energy and really ground yourself right now, because I really feel like there's a lot going on. But what's really going on is there's a lot of shifts. There's a lot of shifts going on externally. So I don't know whether you would have done some internal healing and now it's happening externally, but there's a lot of things moving around around you, and you're being called to kind of ground yourself until you feel kind of like your feet are on the ground. Because the way they're making me feel is, I don't know whether you've watched, here she goes, Ariana Grande's video, No Tears Left to Cry, where everything's upside down. That's how they're making me feel your mindset is right now. And there's this energy of being called to really ground yourself. So I don't know whether you guys have any like grounding crystals, maybe like snowflake, obsidian, red jasper, carnelian, something like that. But I'm really being called for you guys to really ground yourself. Get some grounding crystals, get some sage, maybe get some Dead Sea salt, maybe have a bath with that. There's this energy of really coming back to base, because that will make things a lot easier for you. Because right now I just feel like there's almost like a pressure of feeling like you need to be someone. So I don't know whether you're going through something very spiritually, and maybe you feel like you need to be somewhere that somebody else is, for example. I had a question on my Q&A video that said, I feel very behind spiritually. And the thing is that on our spiritual journey, or even in our just like life journey, there's no expectations of where we're actually supposed to be, because somebody could have £100,000, somebody could have, you know, a load of wisdom and no money, and then somebody could have £100,000 but no wisdom. That doesn't mean that one person, because they have the wisdom, is more better than the other, nor does it feel that the person that has £100,000 is better than the person with none, because we all have our own separate paths of where we're meant to be. And when we look at the spiritual symbol for spirituality, I don't know whether you've ever seen it, but it's kind of this squiggly line, and it goes up, down, left, right. It goes all over the place. And the reason that it isn't such a straight line is the meaning of spirituality and our life, the journey of life. It is not meant to be A to B. We go up, we go down, we go back, we go forward, we move back 10 paces, we jump forward 20 paces, we go round in circles, because life is not supposed to be linear, and we're not supposed to have it all figured out right now. You know what I mean? Where we are is where we are, and that is enough of where we're supposed to be. I said in my Q&A video, when I learned everything that I know now about spirituality, I didn't know that there was a spiritual community, because when I got into spirituality there wasn't one. And I didn't even call when I was going through a spiritual journey, I was just connecting with spirit, you know, and I didn't even know if, you know, anything was going to come of it, but that was just what I did, because I was a bit of a lone wolf. And I did a lot of internal work. I went through a lot of negative experiences to gain my wisdom, and I talk with spirit every day, because I wasn't around a lot of people. And when it hit, I think it was 2017, the spiritual community on YouTube especially, it blew up a bit. And I started to realize that there was a lot of people like me that connected to spirit and knew astrology, etc. And the thing is at the time that I found that out, I was going through really deep internal lessons. I was breaking generational curses. It was a really hard time for me, and I didn't have a lot of money, and I was just really, it was just not a great time. And when I look at the spiritual community, you know, they were manifesting all these things in these big houses, and, you know, they were talking about things that I'd never heard of before, because I never researched what I knew. I would get it from spirit. I didn't know what twin flames were at the time. I didn't know what any of these things were, and I felt so behind. Sorry for stopping the video, guys. I smelled burning, but my sister was saging and I thought my house was on fire. But like I was saying, like, I was never comparing my spiritual journey before. Because I never needed to. It never was a thing that I was trying to be. I was just being it. And where I had to kind of pull myself back and kind of ground myself back and get off social media for a bit and realize, like, I was working through a lot of internal shifts, and that didn't make me any less or any more than who I was around or who I was watching, because they were all on their journeys and I was on mine. And that didn't make me above or below anyone else, because in this world no one is above or below anyone, and we're all where we need to be. You know what I mean? And that's the kind of energy that's coming through, and they really wanted me to share that story with you today. Like, where you are is where you need to be right now. Do not try and push yourself forward or try and become something just because you feel like you have to be that way because of what social media tells you or mainstream media tries to tell you. Who you are is enough and where you are. That is a message that's really strongly coming through here for you guys. I don't know who needed that, but I'm being told somebody really needed that. Because there's this energy of feeling like you have to be something, or you have to have everything together, or you have to have this job, or you have to have this money, or you have to have this car, and it's like, F that, you know? Excuse my language, but like, F that. That's not... Where you are is where you need to be, you know? If you guys can hear crying, that is my little kitten. She's not a kitten, she's quite old now. I've had her since I was 6. But she cries, so if you hear a dolphin, and that is my sister coming to pick her up. She likes to cry outside of her door. The only reason I'm not picking her up is because she doesn't want my attention. She likes my sister to come and pick her up. So pile number 3, Aphrodite, what messages do you have for pile 3? There's such an energy here of just letting everything be. We have letting go here, and the reason that I feel letting go has come out is because she's calling you to let go of any expectations or limitations that you feel you need to be right now. I need to have this many followers, I need to, you know, lose or put on this amount of weight, I need to look this way. Take all of these expectations that you've put on yourself, or what society tells you to put on yourself, take them off. You know what I mean? Take them off, let them go, because they don't serve you. You know what I mean? There's an energy really here of coming back to the home base and tapping into your heart. That's the message that I'm getting for you guys. I feel like that's why you've been feeling kind of down. I don't know whether you've been comparing yourself or you just feel behind. There is no such thing as behind in this world that's called life, okay? There is no such thing as behind. Nobody is above or behind anybody. Pile 3, Aphrodite, what messages do we have for pile 3? Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, we have new beginnings. We have new beginnings here. I feel like you definitely are going through some shifts. You're definitely going through some internal shifts. And I feel like a lot of this healing that you're healing right now is you healing feelings of inadequacy, of not feeling good enough. I feel like this is something that's kind of followed you through life. Because what I'm actually hearing is you guys are actually very eccentric, very out there. You have your own style. You know, there's just something very original about you. But there's this energy of feeling like you need to conform to be accepted. And Aphrodite is calling you to step into your authenticity and be who you want to be. Whether that's somebody that's very connected to spirit, whether that's somebody that loves to wear clothes that aren't necessarily like mainstream, let's just say, or whether you like to watch TV shows or do a job that isn't what would be considered quote unquote normal. And she's calling to ask you, what is normal then? Do we know what normal is? You know what I mean? What is normal? There's no such thing. You know what I mean? And she's kind of calling you to step out of what you think is expected of you and be who you want to be. What about you? What do you want to be? You're definitely going through a transformation right now because we have transformation here. You may even be going through a Kundalini awakening. When we go through a Kundalini awakening, energy from our Shakti kind of comes up and we kind of become very enlightened. And that's... yeah, so it's a wild thing to kind of go through if you are going through that. I've been through one myself, so I understand all of this. But there's just this energy of letting go of what you feel you need to be. Your ego's holding on to something, I feel. Your ego's really holding on to something. Pull these cards. Pile 3. What messages does Aphrodite have for pile 3? Ooh, okay. We had the sacral chakra. We had the sacral chakra here. I really do feel pile number 3, like there's almost a revamp happening in your lower 3 chakras. Not just the sacral, but the root chakra and the solar plexus. You naturally live in your higher chakras. They're taking me to the throat chakra too. I don't know what's going on there. I'm hearing speak your truth. I don't know what that's about. That was just a little message for somebody, speak your truth. But I'm hearing that your 3 lower chakras are being very activated right now. And when we look at the root chakra is all about grounding us into our physical bodies, feeling connected and rooted into our physical bodies. Because I feel like you naturally like to live in the higher realms, and you're learning to kind of come into your physical body. And I feel like when we do that, sometimes we can feel a little bit drab as we, you know, Saturn kind of like has us feeling a little bit like mundane sometimes, doesn't it, when we're really getting practical. And then when I'm being taken to the sacral chakra, I do feel like you're healing energies in your sacral chakra, and you're tapping into your feelings. And I feel like there's a lot of inadequacy here. They're taking me to the solar plexus as well, a lot of inadequacy here. So there's this feeling like you need to be a certain way in order to be accepted, and there's just this energy of like F that, you know? I feel like you're really learning to love your body as well right now. There's an energy of like learning to, I feel like you may have some hang-ups on your body, like you just don't feel you haven't felt very connected to your body, or you just haven't felt very sexy, you know what I mean? And we want to feel sexy, we want to feel proud of our body, and I feel like you haven't felt that way in some time. And I feel like that's what's being healed right now. I would suggest maybe getting like an amber crystal or an orange calcite. That's what I'm hearing for you. And with the coming together card as well, I just feel like there's an energy of you coming back to yourself. Your divine masculine and your divine feminine energy coming back to this kind of like grounded state, this balanced state. Right now, I just feel like you're so here, there, and everywhere. There's such an energy of grounding. We have the base chakra, which is the root chakra at the back of the deck. You need to ground and come into yourself, because I do feel like a lot of this, I feel like I need to be here, I feel like I need to be doing this, I feel like I need to be doing this. It can really be helped by just mindful meditation and knowing that where you are is where you need to be. Sometimes my mind can go haywire. And then when I ground myself and I come back to myself, I'm like, when I get into that really like quiet state, I'm able to see things from a different perspective, and I can really give myself the information that is needed to move forward. And I feel like that's what you're being called to really do right now. But there's this energy of like getting off social media right now, because I don't feel like you have a healthy relationship with social media right now, I'm being told. Like, I don't feel like, you know, everything in moderation, there's a duality to everything, but I feel like right now, I don't feel like you have a very good relationship with social media. That's just for some of you. If that doesn't resonate, just let it go. Yeah, we have 6th house routine. I feel like you don't have a routine right now. I'm hearing sleepless nights. I feel like you're going through a lot of insomnia right now. I feel like everything just feels all over the shop. And with the 6th house energy, it's like maybe establishing a routine for you can really help you bring things in order. Maybe you start setting your alarm to wake up at a certain time. Maybe do some physical exercises to get you grounded into your body. I feel like there's almost like a cleanup that needs to happen, but it's like energy wise, just to bring you back into like a grounded state, because everything's here, there, and everywhere. I'd feel like you don't feel like you have your feet on the ground. The back of the deck, we have Taurus. I feel like, you know, when we look at Taurus, it's such a fixed, grounded energy, and I just feel like you're lacking that at the moment. You don't feel like you have everything under control. And I do feel like bringing in a routine is going to help you do that. Having your breakfast at a normal time. Because I'm almost hearing like you're up till 3 a.m. and then just like maybe like, you know, eating whatever and drinking whatever. Somebody's drinking a lot of like soda drinks, like fizzy drinks. In the UK we call it like fizzy drink. I know in America you call it soda, but there's an energy to maybe cut that out. Maybe look at your diet a little bit. Anything 6th house related, I feel like we're being called to look at here. Bring in routine to your life, because the thing is about doing routine and some sort of discipline like that, that's a form of self-love. It is. It's a form of self-love, and I feel like that's what you're being called to do right now. Oh goodness, sorry guys. You're being called to do that right now, to bring some sort of stability, to make you feel like you have things under control. maybe it's because of lockdown, things just haven't been in a routine. I know how hard it is when you're kind of like cooped up in a house, so you can't go out to work or anything. You can kind of get moved out of your normal routine, but I'm really being called for you guys to really establish something, even if it's just like, okay, when I wake up, I'm gonna meditate for 10 minutes in the morning, and just doing that, just something little. It doesn't have to be like a full-on schedule, but just something little that can give you something to look at. We have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Yeah, I really do feel like there's this energy of, I feel like the tide's just taking you and you're allowing it to take you, and you're trying to swim through the current, but you just can't, and then you just kind of feel lost in it. That's why I feel like I want to give you a hug. And I'm really being called to, I'm being shown somebody meditating, and then like chaos going all around them, but they're just meditating. And when we look at like the true discipline of like mindfulness, we can be wherever, we can have whatever going on around us, but we're grounded in our own energy. And there's this energy of being able to, no matter where you're at, try and just get that 10 minutes where you call your energy back to yourself. Maybe look at, I'm actually hearing what would be good for you is looking on YouTube for like grounding singing bowl meditations, or maybe you could just buy yourself like a mini singing bowl. Some singing bowls can cost like, I have one over there and I think it cost me like £30, just a grounding singing bowl. I know money can be tight for some of you guys, so you know, you guys can just go on YouTube and listen for free if you feel that would help. But that's what I do sometimes. I'll go on YouTube and I listen to singing bowls, and they really do help with sound therapy. I don't know why someone just may need that. That came through. What's the next card we have? We have unrequited love, but this is more so coming through for you. I feel like you don't feel very worthy right now. You don't feel like you're good enough right now. You feel like you're behind. And there's just such this strong message of like, I think you forget how powerful you are. With the Ace of Wands at the back of the tarot deck, you're so powerful. You forget that you have the wand in your hands. You forget that manifestation is key. You forget that you're the one in control of your life. You forget that sometimes, and I feel like you're forgetting it right now. And Aphrodite is calling you to come home to yourself and realize who you are and start making these little changes for you because you deserve it, you know? I'm actually seeing someone making like jewelry. I don't know whether somebody's had a thought to start selling jewelry on the side, maybe on Etsy or something, making like crystal jewelry, but somebody's saying go and do it. Like, definitely do that. If you're thinking of starting up something little, if it's just something that you can put your mind on, I'm really being ushered to tell you to do it. Really being ushered to tell you to do that, because it's something to put your mind on. And do you know what I'm actually hearing? I don't know why I'm being told that this may help some of you, but you know, Animal Crossing, I'm being told for you guys to, like, there's something about that being really calming for you. And the reason that I'm saying that is I don't have a Nintendo Switch. I'm looking to get one because I love Animal Crossing, but I used to play Animal Crossing when it was on the Nintendo Wii, and I had it when I was young. I was like 13, 14, and you know, I was kind of like a trouble kid. Like I had a lot going on, so I went through a lot of depression. And one thing that helped me, and I actually have seen many videos of people saying that this helped them, you know, on Animal Crossing, all the shops on Animal Crossing shut at like at normal times, like 10 p.m. So you'd have to wait for like the next day to be able to like actually do anything normal on it. So it gave you kind of like a structure. Spirit's really calling me to tell you about Animal Crossing because there's something about that really soothes you or helps you. It used to help me when I had depression because it gave me something to look forward to and calm my brain. I don't know why, but they're really calling me to tell you that. And so I don't know whether you use Animal Crossing or something like that, but there's something that is really soothing about it I'm hearing that can help one or two of you. I don't know why that came through, but that came through. So I'm just going to say that. But there's just something about Animal Crossing. I love Animal Crossing. I had Animal Crossing Let's Go to the City on the Nintendo Wii. And me and my sister the other day, we were listening to the music of it because it's so relaxing. So, I don't know, that music started playing in my brain and then I just got compelled to tell you that. I don't know why. Okay, so final message. I'm going to be using these cards now, guys. I've never used them on my channel before. I only use them for myself because, I don't know, I've been kind of like selfish with them. But Aphrodite really wanted me to use these today. She was really highlighting these. So I guess there's a message in here for you piles basically. So I'm just going to see what the last message is that she has for you guys today. So pile 3, Aphrodite, what is the final message for pile 3 today? What is the final message for pile 3? I just want to give you guys a hug. I almost feel like you don't have anyone to depend on. It feels like you just feel like everything's like a tornado. Sorry if you couldn't hear my voice waver, and I can't bend properly because of my back and these cards are just flying everywhere. I just want to give you such a hug. I just want to give you guys like I just wish I could take you on a retreat with me. You know what I mean? That's how I feel right now, just to get you nice and grounded and help you. Pile 3, Aphrodite's final message for pile 3. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. We have Journey to Wholeness. And that just made me feel really warm. And the reason that it made me feel warm is because I feel like you've lost yourself a little bit, or you've been feeling like you've lost yourself. But what I'm hearing of is you guys feel like maybe you're on a spiritual journey in this lifetime, but you're already a spiritual being and you've mastered that. You're actually on an inner journey in this lifetime, and the inner journey is to feel these feelings of inadequacy, feel like you have to fit in, be born into a situation where you feel like you have to match up to something, and break every limitation to free yourself, to come back to yourself and finally feel whole. And I feel like people's words really get you down sometimes, pile 3, and I feel like you sometimes bully yourself in a way, like you talk down to yourself, but you're really mastering yourself, your inner world. Because when we master and we big up our inner world, nobody can tear down those walls. And you're a very powerful being, pile number 3, and I'm really hearing that you're on this journey to wholeness. But the thing is when we're always feeling good about ourselves, yeah, okay, we can do great things. But when we lose ourselves and have to fight to come back to ourselves and find ourselves, we're a lot stronger, because we know what it's like to not know ourselves, and we have that warrior within us. And that's what's happening within you with all these colors here. I just feel like there's so much shifting and changing going on from the bottom to the top. These colors are reminding me of the chakras. From your root chakra all the way up to your crown chakra, you're going through such a shift and a rebirth. You may be going through dark night of the soul right now, and I'm really being called to tell you guys to surrender and allow yourself to just be, and to stop trying to define everything. To define is to limit, and allow things to happen the way that they're supposed to, because we have balanced forces at the back of the deck as well. And I'm really being called for you to really ground yourself and connect with the divine right now, because I'm feeling like you're already doing it. You're already coming home to yourself. Yeah. I feel like you may have had a narcissistic parent or friend that really put you down in the past as well, and you're learning to kind of take people's how people have treated you, or how people have talked about you, or maybe just how you've talked about yourself, or maybe if you were in a relationship and it was maybe unrequited love or something like that, learning that it was never about you. You know what I mean? It was never anything personal. These were being mirrored back to you because you had to learn to love yourself and come back to this wholeness of being yourself and not letting anyone define who you are. And that's what you've been learning. And you're going through a really big internal shift right now. A death and rebirth. I feel like you're going through dark night of the soul, and that's why you're being called to ground yourself right now. But there's an energy to not let your ego come in the midst of that and define anything, because to define is to limit. So right now, I'm being called for you guys to take time out to meditate, to ground yourself, maybe do some journaling. I just got told journaling. Maybe get some crystals, some red jasper, some carnelian, some snowflake obsidian, and just really give yourself, I feel like you need silence, you need quietness, you need to just be on your own for a little bit and just be. Turn off that phone and just be, because I feel like you're going through an actual period of enlightenment where the ego kind of falls away and your higher self can come through. There's a big transformation going right now, but you need to let go of your old mind frames, you know? Yeah, there's a lot of beauty that awaits you, I'm hearing. A lot. Because when I think of the Hangman, it reminds me of the crown chakra and becoming enlightened. That's actually what's happening. That's what's causing this breakdown. Yeah. When we go through the dark night as well, old wounds come up for us to finally heal. It's not fun. I've been through it. I've been going through it for the past year. It's not fun. Okay, it's not fun, and I know how you're feeling, and I want to give you a big hug. I understand why I was trying to like big you up and have laughter with you, because you haven't been seeing the lighter side of things. But everything's coming together whether you realize it or not. I'm actually doing a video over the next 2 weeks where I talk about my Kundalini awakening. So if you need some kind of like guidance on that, I'll be doing a video on it soon, so you can kind of understand the process, if that's what you feel you're going through. But either way, this is, you know, a lot of change. There's a lot of shifts going on in the collective right now, but you're really feeling it a lot. So go easy on yourself, please, and please ground yourself, okay? So those are the messages Aphrodite has for you guys today. I really hope that you enjoyed. I'm sending you guys lots of love, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. So thank you guys for watching.